producer EJ got a call from Josephine, and also I had a moment to talk to Josephine. And usually when we air these shows, we ask the people who are in the show, how was the show for you? Do you love it? Have you gone through the comment section? People really appreciate what you did. And Josephine, as I said, is one strong person. And she was so excited even when we uploaded the video. You showed up to her YouTube channel, and if you've not checked it out, please check it out. And you guys were really excited about her. You went to her YouTube channel, you supported her, you subscribed, went to her song, and you showed her some love. And yesterday we had a call, and she's like, I'm hearing a lot of things that the DCIs are after me. So this is obviously allegedly. And I know this clip will get to be watched by the DCI. And I hope they realize protecting Josephine is their priority, not arresting her. Protecting her and not calling her because a mightier prophet has spoken, and a mightier prophet who was not mentioned is talking about cybercrime. I don't know. But again, let me play you this. It's long overdue. This is the conversation I had with Josephine. And let's just hear it from her. And yeah, let's listen together. Hey, Josephine.
Hi, Lynn.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Sorry, it took me forever to get home.
So it's okay.
Yes, talk to me.
Yes. Now, a representative of this church, this particular church that I don't know, a representative has been sent to me.
Yes.
To request me to pull down, to talk to NGUGI, to pull down the content. So I asked this person. I told this person, Lynn's channel is an open channel. Content belongs to Lynn.
Yes.
And people use Lynn's channel to share their stories. So me, I just used Lynn's channel to share my story. So what's the offense? And who is pressing charges? Because this person was telling me DCI are looking for me. They sent a friend of mine to tell me that DCI are looking for me.
So now this representative from this church, just so I get you right, the representative sent a friend of yours.
The representative tried to call me. I was unreachable.
Yeah.
He reached a friend of mine who is also my colleague to talk to me so that we can meet up. So we decided together with my friend to meet up with this representative. And then this representative is telling me, requesting me to talk to Lynn to pull down the content, that the matter is now with the cybercrime and with the DCI.
Okay.
So I asked this person, okay, what is the criminal offense? And what is the problem with that content? Because that is my story.
Yes.
Lynn's channel is just a platform. And if there's anybody who has charge over that content, it is Lynn. So what is my offense? What is the offense in that story? Then he tells me that a picture of a certain man of God has been seen on that content. What I told him, I have to go and watch the content because I haven't watched it. I only know what I said.
Yeah.
And I didn't mention anybody's name.
Of course.
To the best of my knowledge, only my pictures are there. So if there are any other pictures apart from mine, then I'll have to rewatch and confirm. So I didn't give him my word. But a few minutes ago, I'm being called that the DCI will want to come for me if Lynn does not pull down the content by tomorrow.
Oh, by tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
So those are the threats I'm receiving.
All right. So let me ask first, how do you feel?
Personally, first of all, I don't feel intimidated. Because DCI are supposed to be dealing with criminals.
Yes.
I have not harassed anyone. I have not abused anyone. There's freedom of expression and freedom of speech. And that was just my story on Lynn's channel. So I have no problem. Yes.
How do you feel about having shared your story?
I feel okay. I feel somebody needed to be helped. People need to have some knowledge. At the same time, my purpose was to just enlighten people, which I've done my part. Whoever chooses to be enlightened, that's up to them. Whoever does not want to listen to it, everybody has a choice to listen to whatever he wants to listen to. And the channel is open. So if the content does not fit somebody, it's in her position or his position not to listen to it, or rather not to watch it.
And also, how do you, has anyone from the DCI called you? Have you received strange numbers? Can you verify this is the DCI calling you? Has anyone told you we need you to present yourself in this and such station?
I haven't received any call from any DCI. I haven't received any call from any police.
Yeah.
I haven't received any number that indicates somebody from the authorities. But this is just information I'm receiving from a friend. And this particular representative met me and we talked. And he was requesting me to request Lynn, not even to request Lynn, to tell Lynn to pull down the content. Or else the matter is with the cybercrime office. I think he mentioned cybercrime office and he mentioned DCI.
Personally, do you think this is something that would happen, or is this something that has happened once someone comes out and shares their story? Is it obvious that they are likely to be intimidated and that this person can even use the authority to intimidate someone?
Yes, it's very much possible, because this representative was mentioning a story of someone who shared a story and apparently was incriminated. So, to me, I think it's very much possible just to intimidate people.
Okay.
But why should we fear anyway? Yes.
Okay, we are obviously going to speak about this on our platform, and I know possibly it will reach the DCI. We'll also call them just to make sure that this is a matter they are following or not following, because I feel like we would love to be enjoined in any of these accusations or any of these lawsuits. If anyone from the DCI is listening or this reaches them, what would you want them to know?
I would just like anybody else or even the DCI to just know that this is just my story. I am not a criminal, first of all. Secondly, I have not harassed or bullied or abused anyone. So, if by any chance this is a rumor, which I hope it is, then let me just hope that DCI should not be involved in arresting people without any criminal offense. And if by any chance there is a case, we have the courts of law. Let's discuss on the courts of law. In the courts of law, yes.
All right, Mama, thank you.
Channel. So that was a soundbite of a phone call between NGUGI and a lady called Josephine, who she interviewed recently. So that interview aired on NGUGI's YouTube channel like 12 days ago. And their main topic of discussion on that interview was how the lady joined a cult that fronts itself as a church, as a member, how she managed to cut ties with the same, the strange things she observed and experienced in that church.
And we are asked to address him that way.
Powerful.
Most powerful.
Pastor Ed.
Most exalted.
See, I thought that's God.
We were trained to dress in a certain way so that we just stand out. And then this particular outfit, it was, I will categorically say it was very expensive. At my lowest, when I was just a hustler, quote unquote, I didn't have money, but the cheapest, the cheap regalia, the cheapest was 5,000.
What?
The man of God would say, if you listen to the radio, you will enter. you are pleasing the kingdom of God.
So you have to spend your whole day
just
listening to that radio.
You know, and it denies you time for yourself and for God. And by the way, you've not been told to separate, but subconsciously you just find yourself you are separated. People. The radio was called. Ushawai uziwa woga. And the man of God said, those who are living, this and this will happen. You know, even some of my friends come to my inbox, wanakuja kusema, come back or else.
The interview caught my attention when I was scrolling X and came across a post from LYNN's page, captioned, "The mightiest prophet has instructed his flock to report the cult video we posted on our platform. Funny thing, no one mentioned his name, but the guilty ones are always afraid." That's true. That's why Americans say hit dogs holler. My question is, since he's such a miracle worker, why does he have to subject his sheep to such a long process? I thought he can easily perform a quick miracle and the video will automatically disappear from YouTube. So this is what the cult leader sent to his members in a WhatsApp group. So the instructions read, "Please do not watch this clip. It's a serious abuse to the Lord. If you watch, you give this blackmailer more money from YouTube to continue blackmail." Why are they calling LYNN a blackmailer? It's not as if she contacted them. Instead, just open and report so that it can be removed from YouTube. Click this YouTube link. Below it, find a report icon with a flag, then click on it. Select spam and misleading. Click next. Then on the add details box, write false and grossly misleading information about prophet. And then they've blanked out the name. Click report. You can report as many times as you can. Again, don't watch. Check the YouTube video. So far, it has garnered 972,000 views, which is very significant for a video that's been up for less than 2 weeks, even by NGUGI's standards. So it's obvious this so-called prophet and his loyal members are actually drawing more attention to the cult as they try to shut LYNN down. Because I've even come across a daring YouTube channel which has named the so-called prophet. Expose is going to give more members the courage to exit. And I also hope it's going to discourage new members from joining the cult. So as a believer, I like to think every person who presents themselves as a man or woman of God should put God as the focus to every message they preach. So whenever somebody turns the focus on themselves, you need to ask yourself questions. Go to the Bible, that is Matthew chapter 7, verse 15 to 16. It reads, "Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are raven wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles?" So this part 16 stresses how you should recognize if somebody is a real messenger of God or not by the results of their message. Just be advised that I referenced the online Bible with an actual Bible and the messages tally, and I suggest you also do the same. If we analyze Josephine's behavior when she was a member of that church, it's safe to say this prophet is definitely not a genuine messenger of God, because Josephine narrated how she was acting weird, she was withdrawn from her family and friends, but luckily her family was there for her even during that weird phase. Some other current members and former members have also come to comment under that video on LYNN's channel. All she has said is true. That is Josephine's account. As a former member of the church stroke cult, I really had it rough for 7 years. I separated from family, from long-term friends, and even had issues with work colleagues. I've seen friends who left the cult being treated like lepers. I was slandered a lot, but I soldiered on. Many lost jobs out of serving the cult. Many left their marriages, especially men, because women will treat their non-believing husbands with disrespect and even denied them conjugal rights. There was an issue of never-ending money collection to build the Lord's house, in quotes, which is in Runda/Ruaka Junction. It cost the ministry over 700 million. And yet we had orphans, widows in need. Bishops, out of pressure, became very mean on congregants and constantly shaming the working people for not contributing. Even that so-called mightiest man of God had his own flaws, which I may not mention here, and which some close bishops shared and made some of us doubt if his so-called powers in seeing everything. I may not mention everything, but that church is not good for normal people. I lost my elder brother after he quit this cult. He started drinking until he died. My third-born brother quit this cult, and his marriage is currently broken. Whenever he gets money, the first priority is alcohol. He doesn't even buy clothes or food. He sold everything he had bought already, and I'm always praying for God to intervene and rescue him, just for the sake of his innocent children who deserve a sober father to pay school fees and protect them. If you come across this, pray for him too. We shall win together. Comment was, "Thank you, Lynn, for this interview. I was in the same cult with this lady. I know her well, and I'm happy for her so much. I left too, but with deep wounds, 3 beautiful babies and a broken marriage that was very oppressive and abusive. Thank God I still got to pick up my pieces, and I'm slowly rebuilding my life." Too, some of us are there unwillingly. We depend on our parents for education and daily life support. Hatuna otherwise, especially if all the parents are devoted to the movement. We just have to bend low. So long as the man is still alive, this movement seemingly isn't coming to an end soon. So heartbreaking, but it's the reality. As others leave, others are joining. Don't judge us, but just pray for God's intervention. At least that one recognizes that there's something wrong with that organization. Today, LYNN will delve into religion versus spirituality, because as I grow older, I'm realizing that the gap between me and religion, that is the church, is growing wider and wider. Does spirituality have to be institutionalized? Another clue that stood out showing that this organization is off is the fact that they are using threats and imposing themselves on people. So if we make reference to the Bible again, that is the book of Matthew chapter 23, verse 37 to 39. Is Matthew chapter 23. So if we scroll down to verse 37, it says, "O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou art killest the prophets and stonest them, which are sent unto thee, how often would I have gathered my children together, even as a hen gathered her chickens under her wings, and ye would not. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate. For I say unto you, ye shall not see me henceforth, till ye shall say, Blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. Let me just read it from the Standard Version, which has a more updated language. It reads, O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the city that kills the prophets and stones those who are sent to it. How often would I have gathered your children together as a hen gathers her brood under her wings, and you are not willing. See, your house is left to you desolate. For I tell you, you will not see me again until you say, Blessed is he who has come in the name of the Lord. So that was Jesus talking to the Jews when they rejected him. See, he didn't impose himself on them, though he really wants to save us. So relevant reading is Matthew chapter 24, but I'm going to go down to Matthew chapter 24 verse 11. 11 says, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. So I picked that verse 11 because it shows us that the Bible acknowledges that false prophets exist, like in this case. So this is why we really need to use our discernment when choosing where to worship and who we allow to preach to us. I want you guys to pray for the members of that cult to break away from that bondage, and don't judge them harshly, because you can see this intelligent lady, Josephine, who happens to be an engineer, by the way, managed to be duped by those guys. I don't know how they managed to smooth talk, because she said when they recruit you, they really treat you nicely. And then once you're hooked, that's when they unleash their true colors. So I'm going to link the full video from LYNN's channel for those who haven't had a chance to watch it, or those who are interested in it. Like and share this video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. Thank you for stopping by, and see you on the next one. Bye for now.